Hey! So, me and my mom are about to go to Qahwah House. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. It's a Yemeni family-owned coffee shop which started in Michigan, and they are now a chain coffee shop. They're a franchise, and they just opened up a new location here in Skokie. They have one in Chicago, I believe in Lombard, but there's one opening up in Skokie, and I'm about to go check it out. I've been wanting to visit this coffee shop for a really long time, and this project just gave me the perfect opportunity to go visit it. So I'm excited to go and try out some of the pastries, the coffee. I heard it's really good coffee. I heard that it's very authentic, very rich in flavor, and they have this like milk cake that I'm really excited to try out. So hopefully they have some, and I'm gonna get some cool shots of the restaurant, of the vibes, the aesthetic inside, and hopefully ask some questions to the employee and see how they like working there, their place in the community, and how they feel their customers are impacted by their shop. Hopefully I don't chicken out and I will ask those questions. So here we go. So we just got back from Qahwah House, and it was like a fabulous experience. I really liked the vibes in there, the aesthetic. They played beautiful music in the background. I just loved the pastries, the coffee, everything was like perfect. And I did get the chance to talk to an employee. I didn't catch her name, but she was extremely kind and patient, and she allowed me to take videos inside the coffee shop. And I asked her some questions about like what types of customers they see and how their shop has like impacted the community. And the location in Skokie is newer, so it's been open for less than a year. But I asked her if Qahwah House has been like a hub for Arabic people or like Middle Eastern people, and or if she's seen more diversity in the shop. And she responded by saying that while there are majority Middle Eastern people, Pakistanis, Indians, she has noticed that there have been more other ethnicities coming into the shop and like trying their food, trying their coffee. But she did say that those three ethnic groups were the ones that came in there the most, which I expected, because like the Middle East and then like South Asia, like their tastes are very similar. And like from experience, I can speak for my dad, who like we are a Christian Indian household, and he has put up like Arabic decorations, and he loves Arabic food and like the culture, the language. He just has an obsession. So even in my own home, I have like Arabic influence, even though I'm not sure if I have any Arabic blood. But it was very cool to see, and I loved the environment inside the shop. All right, quick breakdown of what we got at the restaurant. I purchased a pistachio cake. It was delicious, very sweet and creamy and delicious. We also got one Khaliat Alnahl. Yep. The employee that I talked to, her pronunciation was like perfect on everything, and I asked her where she was from, and she responded like that she's just American, or like she said like she identifies as white. And I was like completely shocked, and I told her your pronunciation is like spot on for everything, and she said that she was studying Arabic. So that was something interesting that happened. We also got a cold brew, which I'm still sipping on. Cold brew was very strong. We also got one Adeni Chai, which was very similar to like Indian chai and Indian flavors. It was very good. And one Arabic like Turkish coffee was Mofawar, and that was also very delicious. So 10 out of 10 and everything. So being in the coffee shop, I was really reminded of how third generation immigrants don't feel as if they have so many restrictions on expression of their identity and their background. And it was really wonderful to see the expression of Yemeni and Arabic culture in that neighborhood that doesn't have, at least on that block, there's not much like Arabic culture being represented. There's right across the street, there was like a Korean fried chicken place, and there's a lot of American style like diners and restaurants, a lot of fast food places like Chipotle, McDonald's, Burger King. So it was really nice to have like a ethnic family owned local coffee shop there, representing an identity that's not always showcased in mainstream. And that takes me to John's H, his symbolic ethnicity, the future of ethnic groups and cultures in America. On page 8, he states, ethnic identity can be expressed either in action or feeling or combination of these, and the kinds of situations in which it is expressed are nearly limitless. Third generation ethnics can join an ethnic organization or take part in formal or informal organizations composed largely of fellow ethnics, but they can also find identity by affiliating with an abstract collectivity which does not exist as an interacting group. And then he goes on to explain how Jewish people can express their identity by attending like synagogues or composing an organization of like mostly Jewish women or other collectives that are created and celebrated by within that group. Third generation immigrants have found that they can express themselves without so many hindrances or like white power showcases to dull their own ethnicity, to fit in, to assimilate with the majority. Another thing I wanted to touch on was the like job status and the status of self-employment for newcoming immigrants and even like existing immigrants, like second and first generation, for their self-employment and like entrepreneurship in America. In Portis and Rumbo in Immigrant America, they state that as important as the status of the jobs that newcomers occupy is their relative propensity for self-employment. And they have noted that the rate of self-employment is important as an indicator of economic self-reliance and a potential means for upward mobility. In general, immigrants who own their own established businesses earn significantly more than those working for wages. And an example of that is among Chinese immigrants. For example, the self-employment had average annual earnings of $43,151 compared to $29,721 for salaried workers. So to own like a self-established entrepreneurial restaurant, coffee shop is very is much more sufficient and established for immigrant groups. So especially like during this time where we're all boycotting Starbucks and people are in search of their own, like, an alternative coffee shop. I even talked to some friends today and I told them about me going to Qahwah House and how it was amazing coffee, much better than Starbucks, and that I would take my friends there sometime. It was just really humbling and just, I don't know, it felt so inspiring to know that like I'm supporting a local business and not paying into like a franchised franchised chain that's not aligned with my views. So that was very nice. I've also taken it to Instagram. I have posted clips and photos of the Qahwah House, and I've shared that this is like some of the best coffee I've ever tasted and how this is a great local business that we should all be supporting, and especially at this time. So I'm very happy to say that this is a project that I have found even deeper purpose and meaning for, and hopefully will be taking it even outside of LSP 200 and outside of this course, something I can continue to do and support in the future.